Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP in Game 3 of the Breaking the Jitra Line Pint Sized Campaign for Chain of Command. So Robert's returning to take command of a fresh British platoon. I will of course resume command of Tanaka's 5th Motorized Reconnaissance Platoon. And we get into the briefing right now. Starting out here with our mat. This is the Autumn Mat by Geek Villain. It's a very good general purpose grass mat. Obviously perfect for anywhere, perfect for the jungle as well. So check out the description if you want to get one of these for yourself. Alright, so game terrain wise, we got the patties. See, these are broken ground, so slower movement in there. The bund walls are going to be soft cover if you are up against them. We have rubber plantation over there, rubber plantation over here, so it's hard to produce all these trees, so I'm just kind of mixing them up, but they're the same rules, same terrain on both sides. It's going to be orchard rules from the regular chain of command terrain rules, so it's going to be, I believe 9-inch or 6-inch visibility and soft cover if you're in it. No impediment to movement whatsoever. Got a couple of huts. These are just soft cover, very easy to destroy. And as far as jungle goes, we only really have 2 patches. We got one here and one here, and they're going to have a jungle fringe. They're going to have obscuring effects, green dice, all that. And then these are just going to be light cover shooting through them. You can see through them. Same with that there. Any of these individual plants like over here are going to be do not block line of sight, but do provide soft cover if you're behind them. And I think that's it for the terrain. Let's talk about the mission. So the mission here is the British, this time represented by the 2nd of the 1st Gurkhas, have to destroy this bridge. So the charges are already planted. What's going to have to happen is they are damaged by the monsoon rains. So the senior leader himself, one of them, is going to have to get up to the bridge and try to fix it and detonate it. So when he gets to the bridge, if he rolls a 6, the bridge blows up, game over. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, as that could be a very short game. But if he does not roll a 6, he has to try to repair their charge. So he's going to have to complete a task roll of 6 and then attempt again to detonate. And this time it'll detonate on a 5 or a 6. And if it fails to detonate the second time, it can't be done. They're going to have to just defeat the Japanese the old-fashioned way by driving their force morale to 0. Meanwhile, the Japanese, aside from trying to stop the bridge from getting blown up, they have an objective to get off the board edge, the enemy board edge. So it's a probe mission for them. If they can get a unit off the board edge, they win. If they capture the British line of communication marker, they rout the British. And if they happen to rout the British either by capturing the line of communication marker or driving their force morale to 0, they will be able to perform a driving charge directly into the next game in the same campaign turn. So I decided not to do a driving, or not to do a recon this turn, so I'm going to be playing long ways. And mainly the reason I did that is because if they do blow up the bridge, it's going to set me back a campaign turn for me to repair it before I move into the next phase of the campaign. So I didn't want to be down 2 campaign turns all of a sudden if he does blow up the bridge. So I just decided I'm just going to attack long ways across the board. It's been fine so far for me, and as long as he doesn't blow up the bridge, I don't see why we couldn't do it again. So that is the objective for this mission. So the Japanese are going to start with 3 or 4 patrol markers on their board edge on the road. The Gurkhas will start with 4 patrol markers 18 inches up from the road. Of course, they're going to put their line of communication marker on the road as well. And the Japanese are going to get 16 support points. The British are going to get 12 support points. And since there was a monsoon occurred in the last game, we're going to reset that roll. So on a 1, the monsoon will begin at the start of this game. If not, it can always happen on a 666 rolled on the command dice. So it can happen even if it doesn't happen at the start of the game. There's a chance it could start sometime during the game like it did in game 2. And that's it for the mission. Let's go ahead and look at the forces. So Tanaka and his 5th Motorized Reconnaissance Platoon. Starting off here, we got Tanaka and the Gunso, who we'll talk about here in a second. He was killed the last game. But they have 3 line squads. Each line squad has 8 riflemen, junior leader with rifle, and a 4-man LMG team. And then we have the grenade discharger / knee mortar squad, junior leader with rifle, and then 3 knee mortar teams, each with 3 men. So I am down 2 guys. 1 was killed in the first game, and 1 was wounded in the second game. So I just took, again, 2 guys out of 2 of the knee mortar squads. As far as the Japanese, their CO is at +2. The men's opinion's at +5, which gives me a +1 on my force morale roll. Tanaka is now brave, and that gives him a +2 on our force morale roll. Plus we get the +1 on the force morale roll for Spirit of Bushido. So we're rolling in here at a +4 on our force morale roll. So good chance we get max force morale. Meanwhile, sadly, Gunso Umeki Shotaro was killed in the last game. So when Robert gets here, what we're going to do is we're going to roll to see what happens. So on a roll of 1, a sergeant from another platoon is transferred to take platoon sergeant duties as an inferior senior leader in this platoon. On a roll of 2 or 4, he is not replaced, which means I'm just rolling in with just Tanaka, which would be a pretty big blow for us. And on a 5 or a 6, one of the junior leaders is promoted to be platoon sergeant, and then he's automatically replaced with another junior leader. So there's a fairly good chance that we don't have 2 senior leaders in the Japanese platoon, sadly. So, but we'll roll for that. Anyway, that's it for the Japanese. Let's take a look at the Gurkhas. Here we have the second of the first Gurkhas. They look suspiciously like Sikhs. That's because I don't have a Gurkha platoon, so we're just having these guys stand in for the Gurkhas. But this is exactly the same as the Indian recruit platoon. So they're green. They're poor jungle fighters. They have 2 11-man rifle squads with junior leader with rifle. They have a LMG regular / LMG squad with 8-man rifle team, a 3-man LMG team, and then a rifle armed junior leader. 2 senior leaders, the main lieutenant, the lieutenant, and then an inferior senior leader as well. And since we're rolling in with a fresh platoon here, we're going to give Robert the free upgrade at SMG just for model purposes. So these guys, their CO's opinions at -1. Their men's opinions at -2, which is going to give them a -1 on their force morale roll. And the lieutenant is thoughtful, which implies or incurs no debt, or no penalty, I should say. Other than that, that's it for these guys. I do get only 4 order dice, so that's always, we've been dealing with that the whole campaign. And yeah, so that's it for the forces. That's it for the briefing. Let's go ahead and get started. So Robert's arrived. We've done the patrol phase already, and mine wound up in a line in the rubber plantation back here. Sadly, I couldn't get one into the jungle, so that means I'm going to have to try to break through that jungle fringe, get in there, and you know how hard that can be. Meanwhile, Robert's got one in the jungle here, and then 2 of them in the rice paddies. As far as the replacement for the Gunso, I did roll a 5. So a junior leader was promoted, and there is more to it than I mentioned in the briefing. So the promoted junior leader, who's now the Gunso, is gonna, he's reduced to inferior senior leader stats, but he's already, so we're just gonna leave him as is. And then the replacement came from the knee mortar squad, and that means that the knee mortar squad junior leader has a 3-inch command range with only 1 command, which he's already commanding just 1 team anyway, or I guess it's
3 teams.
3 teams, but he can just order them as a squad to fire. So I figure if I'm going to have a inferior junior leader, he's probably the best one to have.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
And I think that's it. So what we'll do now is we'll talk about our plans.
So the objective is to destroy that bridge, and it's tricky. So I've got essentially 2 chances. One is either way I have to get a senior leader up to the bridge, in contact with the bridge, and then he has to roll a 6. If he rolls a 6, the bridge detonates the charges. If not, he's then got to do a task roll to repair the charges up through 6 task points, and then he's got to get a 5 or a 6 to detonate the charges. If he fails that, the charges can't be detonated, the bridge can't be blown, and we got to do it the old-fashioned way, which is basically delay long enough to inflict casualties on the Japanese before getting torn to pieces. So as you can see, we've got jump up point here, here, and back there. My support points, I have 12, so I'm taking 5 entrenchments. I am taking the anti-aircraft machine guns. After the first experience, losing units to pins was not fun. A 2-pounder, gotta take the 2-pounder. And then for the last 2 points, I am going to take a 2-inch mortar instead of my usual roadblock. And the rationale for that is that Travis is probably going to end up building up a base of fire, and I'm going to want to be able to smoke it or anything else that approaches. 2-pounder, obviously, in case he brings tanks. And the entrenchments, because there's not a lot of jungle other than like right here, then I don't have as much cover as I would like, especially if I'm out in the open. So basically, the plan is bring in a senior leader off one of these 2 jump-off points because he can deploy right in contact with the bridge. If I get lucky and it's a very short game, it's a very short game. If I don't get lucky, then we're going to have to deploy troops here or here to basically set up that blocking force and protect the senior leader long enough for him to try to fix the bridge, and then bring in the 2-pounder should he bring in tanks. That's a good position to put the 2-pounder on because it covers that entire road. And if he comes this way, I can deploy over off of this. I've also got the ability to deploy a backstop to protect my line of communications off of any of those jump-off points. So that's the plan. It's basically we're going to deploy here, entrenched, smoke any base of fire he's got, have the 2-pounder take out any tanks he's got, and then just hope I'm able to blow the bridge at some point.
So Japanese plan. I have to get off the board. I also have to cover the bridge, so I go over my support first. So I'm bringing a 0 attack, of course. I didn't bring one last game, but I'm sure he'll still bring the machine guns just because he has so many support points. Bringing 2 ruses, an MMG team, a medic. I was going to bring an adjutant, but since my gunso got replaced, I'm going to switch the adjutant for a medic. And they'll bring in 1 Chiha. Last game, my tank got pretty hammered. I lost 2 Hogos. So I'm going to bring a Chiha this time. It's got a little bit better firepower. But I'm sure I'm almost certain he's going to bring a 2-pounder. Maybe more than 1. I don't know. So the 2-pounder, as weak as it seems, in this part of the war, it's more than adequate to deal with the Japanese tanks, as we found out in the last game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get... Well, I got to get off the board. So all of his jump out points are over there. So I guess my path is this way. And I could use that ruse again. Try to get a scout squad up here. Get into here and try and rush off. Try to set up a base of fire over there to cover the bridge. Base of fire in here, possibly in the building. One of the squads is going to have to go out on the open. But hopefully, if I can get enough stuff on the board quickly enough, that should deter him from deploying. But he's probably going to bring a bunch of hard cover for everything and some 2-pounder. So it's not a gimme. I say that every game, and I've won both games fairly easily, but you never know how the dice gods are going to react. So basically, I need to get a unit off the board, which is going to be a scout squad moving up, probably using a ruse to deploy a squad, and try and get one of the teams off the board. And then the rest of the guys, some base of fire here, over there, covering the bridge, to either lay down suppressing fire on any units or kill that senior leader, should he go out there on his own. And that's my plan. Yeah, just base of fire and move up my right edge and try to get off the board and get through this town and to the next town. So that's it for the Japanese plan. Alright, so there's the plans, and I have the higher force morale. I'm at 11. obviously. I just had to roll anything but to get an 11, and then Robert wound up with a 9, even with the -1. So 9 to 11, and higher force morale goes first. So here we go, game 3. So wasted red dice, 6, so I got a 1, 2, 3, 4. A small straight.
Not bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll get you 2 squads and a senior leader.
Yep. Okay, let me see what I want to do with that. The 1, I brought the machine gun in. So that was one of my support choices. I also brought a squad in with a 3. I brought the new gunso in over here as well. Everyone's gone on Overwatch. And then over here, behind the jungle, I brought another infantry squad in with the 2. And I think that's it for me. So it's on to the Gurkhas.
Okay.
Here we go. Gurkhas, turn 1.
2 5s, a 4, and a 3. That's not bad.
Yeah.
2 chain of command dice.
No. All right. See what he does. So the Zero's flying around, strafing everything it can find. Robert does have the machine guns, obviously. So with the 3, he tried to bring the section.
Tried to bring the section. Keyword.
Failed. Got a 2, but it went up to a 3. But still, that means basically it's a pregame barrage. You can try again next phase. He did, however, get his platoon sergeant in. He deployed off of that jump-off point and attempted to set the charges off. He rolled a 4. They didn't go off. So that means he's got to repair the charges.
Yep.
He needs a task roll of 6 and then to try it again. But he is in hard cover there.
Yeah.
Might be out of line of sight. But
I actually think he might be out of line of sight of the machine gun.
maybe. We'll see. But so that's it for the Gurkhas. Back to the Japanese. All right, so Robert's up here. He wants to call them Punjabis. I'm just going by what it says in the campaign. 2 5s.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's good.
A 4 and 2 3s.
A 2 2 3s and a 4.
Oh yeah, he can bring a lot of stuff in.
Yeah, I can pretty much bring my whole army in. Okay.
Yes, you could.
All right, so let's see what's going to happen here. So my phase, first I moved the squad over here. Again, the jungle fringe, pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
They partially, the front, like 1 or 2 ranks got in, but I'm not fully into the jungle yet. Meanwhile, I brought my knee mortar squad in here. They are in the plantation. It goes up to the road edge. And then lastly, I brought my Chiha, one of my other support units. And yeah, I think that's it. So, and he went on Overwatch. And now I move on back to the British.
Double phase. With a 1 and a 2.
Double phase with no 4.
Well,
you gonna try and bring something in?
yes, I am.
What are you gonna try?
I'm going to try bringing in a squad and a 2-inch mortar.
2-inch mortar. All right.
2-inch mortar.
What are we doing first?
Do the squad.
Okay.
4. It comes in with 4 points of shock.
Nice.
For it.
Okay.
So, and I need some entrenchments, please.
All right. So the squad came in with 4 shock. They deployed in the fighting position there, right on the road.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the 2-inch mortar took 3 shock on the way in. So they're pinned. They come in pinned. It's better than last time when they just immediately routed.
Yeah, that was not fun.
But they're in the jungle, and with their 3 pins and pinned. And the leader couldn't do anything, so I move on to the second phase.
6, a 4, a 5, and a 2. Well, that's not too bad.
So you got a 4 and a 2 to play with.
Yep.
Okay, so Havildar Ranjit Kaur,
Yep.
who will now be known as Kaur, he rewired it. He rolled a 6 on his task roll immediately, so it's primed and he's ready to try again when he activates again.
Yep.
And then this time on a 5 or a 6, it'll blow up.
Of course, if he doesn't roll a 5 or 6, the charges are dead.
Then you're in trouble. And then he also removed 1 point of shock from the 2-inch mortar.
They were inspired by how readily he was able to fix the...
He was adept at those wires, doing that
those
wiring.
wires.
And that's it.
That's it.
All right, so back to the Japanese.
Mm-hmm. 2, 5, 5.
2 5s.
3 and a 4.
A 2 3 and a 4. First thing I did, I rolled my tank up. Didn't get a great move. But we did get a clear line of sight over to these guys. So he's
Okay.
going to fire his one machine gun at half effect at them, and then the whole rest of the gun line is going to fire at them. So they're going to activate on a 2 or a 3, whatever, a 3, and then I'll move those guys with a 2. And then the new Gunso is going to activate the rest of everything. So starting off with the squad at that squad.
Okay.
Even 5s.
Even 5s.
1, 2,
4.
3, 4. Man, look at all those 4s I had. So 4 hits.
Okay, so I got 4 marked so far.
Yep.
So we got to do them individually?
Yeah, so just do them right here.
Okay. I don't care about 5s and 6s. Nothing.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Remove 5 and fire the machine gun. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 again.
4 again.
1 dead.
Okay.
That could be bad.
So check your leader.
It's him.
See which one it is.
Hyatt's the
Big man.
Hyatt's car. Nope.
It's the junior leader.
2.
He's knocked out.
He's knocked out.
Okay, so junior leader knocked out.
Bad
So
things happen to roll.
probably nothing.
Probably.
I think.
I will consult while you roll the next round of fire.
Okay, next up will be the. We'll just do the tank. So he's going to get what? 3 shots. Even 5s. Nothing. Okay. Then the knee mortars will be next. Alright, then knee mortars. First firing, they get 1 shot each. So needing 4s because we have line of sight. Not anything. So all that shooting I did, well, I knocked out your junior leader.
Yep.
I preferred to put a couple shock on you. So that's my entire gun line is fired.
Yep. Did you move them?
Not yet.
Okay.
They're next. This squad over here, we moved 3 more inches. Fringe is a bastard, so... But we are up against the fringe with part of the squad, and everyone's at least in the jungle now. And we move on to the next phase for the British.
2, 3, 3, 2, and a 4. Well, obviously.
Oh boy. Just do it on... Go ahead. Do your
So,
thing.
okay.
On a 5 or a 6.
5 or a 6.
The game is over.
Game is over. Game is not over.
Now it is not... He cannot...
Yeah, I cannot set the charges off at
cannot
all.
fix it. So
Oh.
now we're into a conventional probe mission.
Pull another point of shock.
Yep. And then he's got 2 3s and a 2. Second 11-man rifles section has come in the paddy, in hardcover. And he is going to fire at the knee mortar squad. Needing 5s.
First set, I got 1.
1 hit.
Second set. 2. So 2 hits. 1 per team.
2 hits, eh?
Yep.
Alright. We'll go to the 3-man team.
Shock. Shock.
2 points of shock.
I can live with that.
He's only got one command.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's 2 points of shock. Alright.
Next, I'm bringing in my 2-pounder.
Oh, boy. We'll see how that goes. Oh, yeah, do your roll.
Doing my roll. 3, not this turn.
Not this phase.
Phase, yes. And then I'm going to try bringing in 1 more squad.
Okay.
Not this phase.
Alright. Okay, so my phase.
Your phase.
Well, let's go right into it then. Here we go. I wasted 5 and 6. Wow. Another chain of command point.
There you go.
But that leaves me with a 2, 3, 4, which should allow me to do pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off over there in the jungle, I rolled a 1, the damn jungle fringe. So I just moved everyone up an inch that's in the jungle up to the fringe. Hopefully next turn we can get a 2 so we can at least get into the fringe and start shooting.
Well, you'd have to get into the fringe, and then next turn you can shoot, because moving in the fringe is your entire activation.
Yeah, it takes like an hour and a half to move like 4 inches. It's ridiculous. Meanwhile, everything minus the knee mortar squad. So with the 4, I'm going to activate the Gunso to do all these guys. The 3, I'm going to have the Chiha activate. I don't have anything to activate the anything left. Even with 6 dice, I can't even activate everything. But I am up to 5 chain of command points.
You are.
So we'll start with the squad everything going into those guys.
Okay.
Still needing 5s here.
Still needing 5.
1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
Okay. And we're in heavy cover.
Hard cover.
Hard cover. No, 1 shock.
Okay.
That's not good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll remove 5 shots, and now the machine gun will do its thing.
Okay.
They have a 20. That's probably more than 24 though.
I think so.
I'm quite certain it is, but just can you measure it real quick?
Sure. Gotta find where I put the.
It's probably like closer to 36.
More than 36.
Okay. So 5s again.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4 again.
Okay, that's 4 hits 4 times.
1 shock, 1 dead. It's not the leader.
So a dead and a shock. All right.
That is. Ooh, that nasty. That's like 3 points of firepower away.
Next we'll do the Chiha. So HE 4.
Okay.
And 6 shots from the hole. It's not a 1-man turret, is it?
Nope.
Okay. That's the Hago.
Hago.
Okay. So the blue will be the HE needing 4s.
Okay.
The white is machine gun needing 5s.
1, 2,
4 machine gun hits.
4 machine gun. So the.
And 1 HE.
4 machine gun and 1 HE. HE is black.
Okay.
Shock, 1 dead. Not the leader. But that was.
So a shock and a dead.
Shock and a dead.
So you lost 2 guys and you have 2 shock?
3 shock.
3 shock.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that one.
Yeah. Okay, and I believe that's it. So we're on to your phase.
4, a 5, a 2.
So what do you got to play with?
6.
2 and a 4.
2 and a 4.
Okay. First, his platoon sergeant moved the point of shock from the 2-inch mortar and the squad on the road. He brought another section in, his 3rd section with the machine gun in the paddy as well, with the 2.
Let me make sure they're.
And then he is going to fire at the machine gun team here.
Yep. Okay. Good.
Straight ahead.
Straight ahead.
So they get what?
5s.
8 plus
8. They get 6 for the
machine gun.
The Vickers Berthier, and then 9 for the regular.
Okay.
So for 6.
Needing 5s.
Got 2.
Okay.
And then the remaining 9. Four.
4 total. Alright, so that'll be 2 on the machine gun and 2 on the other machine gun, I guess.
Okay. Shock. You're in light cover.
Yeah, so it's 2
Shock.
points of shock.
Shock. Shock.
Very shocking. So 2 shock on this machine gun team. And 1 point of shock on this machine gun team.
Yep.
Alright, is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
'Cause,
Japanese phase?
Yep.
Okay. This red dice has not done a whole lot for me. 3 4s and a 1 and a 2. So I moved. I didn't get enough dice to do everything I wanted, but I moved my knee mortar squad back because I plan on bringing the other squad and putting them where the knee mortar was. So I hate to do it, but this is pretty much going to turn into another static firefight. I know I've got a lot of comments about, is there any movement in chain of command? It seems like every game turns into just a firefight. And this one's probably going to turn into the same thing. I don't have enough to even move those guys up to start shooting. The Gunso with 1 of the 4s, he pulled the shock, and he's going to order the squad to fire. With the 1, I'm going to fire the machine gun. And with the other 4, I brought the medic in. Yeah, so anyway, let's start shooting. So I guess we'll put everything into these guys again.
Okay.
So the squad, I gotta start shooting last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, got better than last time.
Okay.
So 5.
5s and 6s.
Nothing.
Nothing.
All right, the machine gun.
Oh, we got mixing with all your
1, 2, 3.
3. 3.
3 hits.
Well, it eats same average.
Yeah.
Didn't care.
Man. Okay. That's it for me. Yeah, I can't do anything else, so let's go straight into the British phase.
British phase.
Hey, you got 3 fours.
3 fours.
And a 2.
And a 2. Well, I'll try bringing in my, him.
Lieutenant?
VCO Chima.
VCO Chima.
Oh, yeah.
He's coming in. All right.
He's coming in. Totally.
VCO Chima has come in, pull a shock off of them, and he's going to have both squads fire at the machine gun over there.
Yep.
So,
Needing
starting
fives.
with the rifles. Needing 5s.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 hits. All right.
Yep.
So 2, the yellow will be the machine gun, medium machine gun. Point of shock. Yep.
Okay.
And the
That
other
helps.
The other one was 18 shots, or no, not that many.
9 and 6. So.
15 shots.
Yep. So here's the 9 from the rifles.
Okay.
Whiffed.
Wow. And then 6 from the Bren gun.
Yep. The Vickers Berthier, yeah.
Vickers Berthier.
1 on the machine gun.
Nothing.
Didn't care.
Wow. We were both ineffective.
And then Havildar Carr is going to pull a point of shock at these guys, and they're going to fire at the machine gun as well.
Okay. What do they have left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're down to 9 because they got 2 points of shock.
Yep. Yeah, green troops remove 1 per shock. So needing 5s.
Got 1.
Wow.
Nothing.
Damn.
Whole lot of firing for not a lot of.
Whole lot of noise.
Yeah, a lot of noise.
All right, move on to the Japanese. Let's just roll it up. I got to get better roll than I did last time here. Double phase.
Oh.
It was but the red dice doesn't count.
No.
So 2 3s and a 1.
It would have been nice if the turn had ended.
Yeah. Yeah, because then the, well, you already brought all your shit in, right? No,
No.
you still got the 2-pounder.
Still got the 2-pounder.
All right, 2 3s and a 1.
Yep.
Brought in my last squad, so I'm doing it. I'm going full gun line. We got 2 squads of machine gun. The knee mortars are behind. They can just lob shells over. So, and then I brought Tanaka in next to the medic. So Tanaka, they're going to fire with the 3 they came in on. Tanaka's going to have the knee mortars, the squad, and the machine gun fire. So I'm going to start off with the squad that just came in. We're going to fire at that squad on the road.
Okay.
Needing 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
4 hits. Standard.
Pretty standard, really.
And actually, no, you can spill over onto the. I have to split it because the knee mortars and the 2-inch mortars in range.
Well, I can't see them though.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Plus they're inside the jungle. Oof.
2 dead. That's not good. It's not a leader though.
But 2 more down. Okay,
2
nice
down
shooting
and
there.
no shock. Yep.
Now I will have the knee mortars are gonna start targeting that. We're gonna start lobbing into the Berthier squad.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
That's
1
2
hit.
2 hits. Yep. Light cover.
Light cover. 1 shock.
Yep. Now the other squad will fire at the squad in the front.
Okay, that will splash. 1, 2, 3.
3 hits.
So
2
2 on them and 1 on them because they're in equal cover.
Okay.
So those guys. 1 dead. Not a leader.
And then 1 onto the front squad.
They don't care.
All right, then 1, 3, 4, 5. The machine gun is down 1 shot due to the shock.
Yep.
And they're going to go into that.
Those guys again?
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2 hits.
So 1 each. This squad. Doesn't care. Those guys.
Point of shock.
Point of shock. No, it was not. It wasn't, but...
All right, that's that. Now we move on to phase 2.
Phase 2.
Now I should be able to do everything. There we go. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. That's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so everything's gonna fire again.
Yep.
Squad, we got into the French. So they're ready to start shooting now, finally, next turn, the next phase. Meanwhile, the Gunso pulled both shock. Tanaka helped, so they're shock free over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything's firing. So we're going to start off with this squad at them again.
Okay.
Okay.
1, 2.
2 hits. Yeah, this is going to take
2
forever
hits.
at this pace. Anyway,
You got one.
Keep dropping one all the time.
Not my leader.
They're
Down 3 now.
yeah. Okay, that was them. This squad had those guys.
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits.
So, okay, 5
Damn.
on the back.
5 on the back. Ouch.
2 dead and a shock. Not a leader. And then 4 on the front.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
All right.
Well,
So move on to the next thing. Next up, we'll have the machine gun fire at those guys.
okay.
1, 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing 1 dice here. So 2 hits.
1 on them and 1 on them.
Yep.
They don't care. They don't care.
Okay. So knee mortars. Now we're dropping 6.
Yep. On the
Same target.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna drop 6 on the same target, which is the Berthier squad over there.
Yeah, that'll hurt.
Needing 4s.
Got it.
1 hit. All right.
Light cover.
Come on, kill something.
Point of shock.
All right, we'll take it. Now we're down to the tank.
Yeah.
So it was HE4, right?
Yep.
And then 6 machine gun from the whole gun.
Yep.
So the blue will be the tank.
HE. Yeah.
I guess we'll fire at these guys. How many shock do they have? They're down to 2.
2. Everybody's got 2.
Everything at those guys in the front there.
Okay. 2 HE and 4, 5.
5.
So it's gonna splash.
I rolled 1 too many dice here.
Okay.
I'll take out one of the hits. So 4 hits with the
Okay.
machine gun, 2 hits with the HE.
So 3, 1 HE. So the HE they're in light cover. The machine gun they're in heavy. 1 dead.
Which one is that?
The HE is not my leader.
Okay. So that was that front squad, all right?
Yep.
And then the back squad, same deal.
Yep. 1
Point
point
of
of shock.
All right, we did some damage there, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely heavily shocked.
We definitely did some damage. That double phase came at a good time.
It did.
Now it's your phase.
Yep.
All right, go for it. Oh wow, 2 1s. Damn. Do you have a chain of command dice yet?
No.
Wow.
2 1s.
2 1s is not a good roll. So we'll see what he does with his 2 1s. So he tried to bring his 2-pounder in. He's got 2 rolls to make though. The 0 attack plus no leader or no adjutant. So
Yep.
he failed. He made it through the 0 attack, but when he got up close, he lost his way.
Yeah.
So he did not come in. He's got a 1 left. He's going to activate the Berthier team.
At the
4
machine
shots.
gun was for needing 5s.
Ooh,
I got 4 hits.
4 hits.
2
But
and
you'll
2.
probably take out Tanaka just on some random 1. So the 2 will be the big machine gun.
You don't care.
Don't care. Wow.
You do not care.
Wow, that is crazy. All right, so you can finish these boys off, Tanaka.
I think you're going to.
I got a chain of command point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So everything's firing. Literally, my entire army gets to shoot with that roll.
Yep.
So we'll start with these guys. They haven't fired yet. This is going to be with a 2.
So they get 15 dice.
You're going to get 15 dice.
Who are they shooting at?
Well, I guess the guys on the road.
Okay.
So needing fives.
Needing fives.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits.
2, 3, 5 hits.
Throw them up in here.
So, okay, we are in heavy cover.
Hard cover.
Hard cover.
Heavy cover.
1 point of shock.
All right. So that's the first salvo. So now we'll do the squad on the far right. And they'll go. How many shock do those guys have
3.
now? How about the guys in the middle?
2.
Okay, and then the others?
2 and 3 and 2.
Okay. They'll shoot at the guys on the road again too.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
5.
Ooh.
2 dead,
Damn.
2 shock. That's not good. It's not a leader though. But they're in trouble.
Yeah, they're going to be. How much shock do they have now? 5?
5.
And how many guys do they have left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Alright, so 4 more shock, they're going to be pinned. Or maybe some kills involved. Alright, how about the next squad in the middle? We'll fire at the guys in the middle.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits.
So it's got a splash. 3 on them and 3 on them.
Okay.
2 shock. This is getting really bad.
Yeah, that double phase, that hurt.
2 dead.
Oh my god.
That's bad. Not a leader.
So 2 out of the rifles.
Yeah.
They're down to 3 riflemen?
3 riflemen.
Wow.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So next would be the machine gun.
Okay.
We'll fire at the guys in the middle. Might as well just fire at the guys in the middle every time because you're always going to splash them over, right? Until that rifle comes dead.
Yeah.
Unless I focused on that birthday team.
Right.
And then you would only split over to.
Which is probably the best thing to do.
Yeah. So birthday, my machine gun at the birthday team. 1, 2 hits.
Okay. So 1 and 1. Nothing. And the birthday team is a dead. Not my leader.
Damn.
Yeah,
These guys are getting tore up. I still got my tank, my knee mortars.
Yep.
So 2.
So the knee mortars get 6.
So I'll do the tank first.
Okay.
So it's 4 HE and 6.
Yep.
Machine gun shots. All right, tank. Got the
1 HE.
team. 1 HE hit and 3 machine gun hits at that squad in the middle.
So okay. So the HE and the 1 and then 2 on the 1 on each.
Okay.
So HE is
Nothing?
nothing. No, it's shock. They're in light cover.
No, 3's not a shock and light cover.
Oh, you're right. Okay, thank you. Those guys. 1 dead.
Damn.
Not a leader.
Damn. You lost a lot of dudes.
I have. Point of shock on the birthday team. They're pinned. They got 1 guy. 3 guys and 3 shock.
Okay, then the last thing.
6 shock and 7 guys.
2, 4, 6. So now it's knee mortar time.
6 on the birthday.
That's the squad over there. Yep.
Yep.
Needing 4s. Well, 2 hits. I guess 1 each.
1 each.
Soft cover.
The black is the guys in the middle. 1
of
point of shock. They're 7 and 7. No, 7 and 6. They're pinned.
That squad's only got 6 guys left. Well, your leader's
6,
with them.
Yeah, only 7 and 7.
So they're almost pinned.
Yeah, almost pinned.
Okay. Yeah. And that's everything for me. That was
Yep.
a lot of shooting and a lot of damage. So let's go on to the next phase. So we got. I just want to check this here. So we got 4 guys, 4 shock. 1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys essentially. 7 shock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with 5.
So they're down 5 guys. They're down.
Guys.
Oh God, I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're down 4.
It's a good thing you get a fresh platoon every game. Yeah, this is.
They're down. They were 8, so they're down 5. 2, 3, 4. And they're down 1. This is brutal.
This is bad. All right. Well, let's see if maybe you can do something here.
Chain of command point. I'm ending the turn.
Ending the turn. And you got 2, so a 2, 3, and a 4.
2, 3, and a 4.
Pulled shock over here. He used
5 activations and pulled 5 shock.
the lieutenant, the junior leader from that birthday squad, pulled 5 shock.
No. So Chima pulled 1 shock here and 2 shock here. And then this Jemadar Subadar pulled a shock and a shock.
Okay.
And then this squad is firing.
With 5 shots.
With 5 shots, because it's still got 3 shock.
At the machine gun.
At the machine gun.
Okay. Even 5. Okay. Japanese phase.
Yep. New turn.
New turn. So, what does that mean? You have a knocked out leader. He gets up.
He gets up, and I lose the pin on the 2-inch.
Because you're down to 1, so they're no longer pinned.
I think they got no shock.
They're shock free.
Yep. So they're no longer pinned.
Okay. Well, that's something.
Yep.
And the 2-pounder, of course, can deploy.
Try.
Why?
Well, because that's what they'll have to roll.
Oh, that's right. You don't have any.
Yeah.
Don't have anyone guide them in.
Nope.
Okay.
But it also means I can withdraw.
Yes, you could withdraw. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, which should allow me to do everything again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the 2 senior leaders over here. No, I can't activate those guys though. Let me think about it. Be able to activate everything but the tank.
Yep.
So Tanaka and the Gunso over here, and then I'm going to use one of the dice to activate that squad. So we'll start with those guys.
Okay.
They're going to fire back over here.
Okay.
Using 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits.
6 hits. Okay.
Yes.
Along right here.
Okay.
Nobody cares.
Wow. Okay.
They found they're all at the very bottom of those holes.
Yeah, they've learned their lesson.
Oh yeah.
They're green, but they're not stupid. These guys are gonna fire. We'll do it the same guys at the same guys.
Okay, 15.
Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits.
4 hits.
One
dead and a shock. It's not a leader, but that's not good.
You're up to 6 shock now.
6 shock and 6 guys.
Yeah. Well, what the leader counts too is 1.
Yeah,
guy,
but one of those guys is dead.
Let's see here. How about we do the other squad, the third squad. Third squad will now fire at these guys here. Needing 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
So those splash.
Yes.
So 2 on the front. Don't care. 2 on those poor guys.
2 on the rifles.
1 shock.
They're at 2 shock now.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's what? 4 shock and 6 guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I will fire the machine gun on the end with its
Okay.
10 shots. So we'll fire at the same squad.
Okay.
And we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits this time.
3 on the front, guys. 1 dead. Not a leader.
Okay, so 1 dead out of here.
If you'll put him in the middle stack.
Okay.
And then 2 on the... Nothing.
All right, last but not least, the grenade dischargers.
6 into the Vickers Berthier.
Yep.
Needing 4s?
Yes.
1.
1. Okay, on the Vickers.
Doesn't care. I rolled a 2.
Okay. All right. That's that.
That was that.
So now it is your phase.
Yep.
If you want to withdraw, you got to do it before you roll. Don't forget. Of course, I guess it doesn't matter for you. You're getting a fresh platoon next turn anyway.
Yeah. I think we'll stick around one more turn.
Bunch of 5s. So.
I got a bunch, 2 4s and a 3.
Yeah.
Bring in the 2-pounder.
That's everything you need. See if you can come in. See if you can find your way to the front.
Yes!
He does. All right. His only hope here is to try to take out the tank.
Yep, I need a 2-pounder and a crew and a junior leader, please.
All right. So Singh, VCO Singh, hero of Nang Kung or whatever the hell it was. He's in with his 2-pounder, and they're gonna take a shot at the Chiha.
Yep.
Needing a 6.
Oh, almost
missed.
had it.
He missed.
Okay, that's a miss. And then for my first 4, I'm gonna pull 2 shock here.
The inferior.
Yep,
senior
car is
leader.
pulling 2 shock.
Car pulling 2 shock. What are they down to?
4.
Okay.
Chima is gonna pull 3 shock.
Yeah. Gotta keep that shock under control.
Oh god, yes. So 1.
No, he's at the 1.
Oh yeah, and the 2-inch mortar is gonna drop smoke on your machine gun.
Ah. Smoke.
Smoke!
Interesting.
So I need a 5,
Uh.
because I don't think I can see it.
Well, no, you roll and then we look at the chart.
Oh,
So you're just
okay.
going to drop it right here?
I want to drop smoke right where right in the middle of the 2 machine guns.
Right here, okay.
Yep.
So roll a d6 and then we'll look at the chart. A 1.
1.
Check it out. So the smoke drifted 6 inches right, which took it off the table.
Yeah.
Wow. It's not going well for the Gurkhas today.
You need your microphone, by the way.
Okay. Roll it up here. 3 3s, 2 2s, and a 4, which is pretty solid. All right, so everything, I can activate everything again.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to start off with those guys over there. Got the guys on the road. 1 2 3 4 5 6 hits.
3 and 3.
3 onto the guys, 3 onto the 2-pounder.
Yep. So the 2-pounder are black.
Okay.
2-pounder gets shock. The guys get a shock and a kill. Not a leader. Well, that's kind of how the day's going.
Yeah, so a shock onto the 2-pounder.
Yep.
Um,
Hang on.
my next squad here will fire at those guys too.
Okay. 5 points of shock and 5 shots.
1 2 3 4 5 hits.
Okay. 3 on them and 2 on the.
2 on the 2-pounder.
Yep.
Okay.
2-pounder gets shock.
Wow.
2 dead. Not a leader, but they're pinned.
2 more dead out of here.
Yeah. So they're now pinned.
Shit, they might be routing or
No, because they got 3 and 5.
so 1 more shock.
Yeah,
They
no
rout. Okay. So and then there was nothing on them or
just a shock.
shock on them. All right. So the 3rd squad will fire at those same guys.
Okay.
We're just gonna see if we can route them.
Yeah, you probably will.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 hits.
Nope. Black is the 2-pounder. Absolutely nothing.
Okay. All right. Machine gun at them.
Okay.
1 2 3 3 hits.
I hate doing this, but 1 on them and 2 on the 2-pounder.
Yeah. You can't afford any more shock.
Whiffed.
The tank. The tank at them.
Okay.
So 4 HE and 6 machine gun shots.
Yep.
So 3 HE hits and wow, look at that. 5 machine gun hits and 3
Let's do
HE
the HE
hits.
first. HE is going on the squad.
The squad, okay.
1 point of shock. And how many other hits?
Wait, how many did you just do?
1.
1 HE and 2? There was
Yeah,
5 machine gun hits?
Yeah, I haven't done the machine gun hits yet. So 5.
Oh, it was...
So 3 and 2 machine gun.
Okay.
2 shock and 2 dead. So 2 shock on the 2-pounder.
Uh-huh.
2 dead. So there. Let me check the leader. Not the leader.
Wow.
So squad wiped out.
So bad thing for that. Hey, at least you lost all your shock.
Yep, I have a single junior leader who's doing nothing. He's no longer pinned.
Bad thing for that.
Yeah.
You're up to 4 shock on your 2-pounder.
I know.
I still got my knee mortar.
Bad things happen.
Okay.
Team
probably
wiped.
-1.
Let's see, a squad wiped out. Section wiped out is -1.
You're down to 8.
Yep.
So I'm down to my knee mortar.
Yeah.
So 2, 4, 5, 6.
But they're on those guys.
Yeah, I'm half tempted to reorient my target to the 2-pounder. But we'll just keep firing over here.
Okay.
So I'm needing 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
2 on the Berthier.
Yep, 2 on the Berthier, 3 on the... 2 total, so 2 shock on them.
The rifle?
Yep, and 1 shock on the Berthier. So is that...
You're at 5 now.
5 with 6 guys.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Plus your leader.
7. Okay.
That's it. Yeah. You want to keep going or?
No, we're gonna withdraw.
Okay. I never even got to. I was gonna. All right. So he's gonna pull out. Yeah. There's no point. We'll do all our bookkeeping and we'll come back and wrap it up. All right. So the Gurkhas have withdrawn.
Yeah.
How many men did you lose?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Out of curiosity. Because there's
16, 17, 18, 19, 22.
22 men lost. No, 22 men in it.
Well, out of action.
Out of action.
Which translates into...
Can I find that? Just out of curiosity. It only goes up to 16.
I think there's instructions on... If you pull the book, there's instructions on...
Well, it doesn't matter because you're not coming back anyway.
So 8 killed.
At
4...
least 8.
Yeah, at least 8 killed. 4 wounded and in hospital. Only 4 would come back.
And that's at 16.
Yeah. Actually, I think you could probably do 16 and then 6.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. They got beat to hell. Tanaka's platoon just obliterated the second of the first, or whatever the hell they are, Gurkhas.
Yeah. Second of the first Gurkhas. Yeah.
So the bookkeeping wise, start with the British force. So their CO's opinion went down to -2, which drops them 1 support point. Oh no, it's no change, right? Yeah, no change.
No change yet.
The men dropped 3 though, so they're down at -5.
Yep.
Which is going to give them a -1 on their force morale roll. And the lieutenant's opinion of himself did not change. He's still thoughtful.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the 5th Reconnaissance Platoon, the CO went up to +3. He's very pleased with this outcome. They're going to give them a +1 of their force morale roll, or their support, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Tanaka's gone up to +6. The men's opinion of Tanaka is very high.
Yeah.
In fact, so high that Tanaka's command range is now 12 inches.
Yep.
So he's like, he's amazing. He still remains brave. So yeah, it's the 5th Reconnaissance Platoon is rolling right now.
They are rolling.
They didn't lose a single man.
They did not.
They came in. I know we get a lot of complaints. I don't want to say complaints. Observations in the comments of these games. A lot of time, people saying that there's not a lot of movement in chain of command. Almost most of the time, probably a majority of the time, it does turn into a static firefight, which I agree, it does. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, but the situation presented itself.
Yeah.
I was able to get the upper hand. I was able to get everything in my platoon to fire multiple times. Plus, I had a double phase mixed in there.
You did have double phase at the perfect time.
And that gave me a whole extra round of shooting, so I was able to put it out. And then Robert was rolling 6s like crazy.
I rolled so many 5s. I rolled lots of 5s and 6s on casualties. I did not roll any. I rolled very few 5s or 6s on hits. And I think every time I needed to roll well, correction, every time a bad roll would hurt me, I rolled badly. Like with the one on the smoke.
Oh yeah.
Or the
dice
charges
were,
not going off.
Definitely not.
I missed the shot with the 2-pounder by 2.
Yeah, it was a rough. I had a chain of command. I could have interrupted and fired at that 2-pounder first and tried to put some shock on it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, I don't think you needed to at that point.
I was hoping to use that 6 when you routed.
To end the turn.
If your leader went with you, I would have ended the turn. And senior leader routes, that's as bad as it gets in this game.
As it gets, yeah.
But yeah, I mean Tanaka. So next up, we're in phase 2 of the campaign where we're actually going to be up against some legitimate units now with more firepower, a lot more support choices. So the pushover green troops, we're not going to see them again. I think until maybe the very last game.
Maybe the last game.
They might have to. There's a counterattack. It's going to be with one of these platoons. Tanaka's going to keep going. And then there's going to be a second Japanese platoon fighting in the next game. So next 2 games technically happen simultaneously.
Yep.
Obviously we can't play 2 games at the same time. So these spread out normal time between games like we normally do, but they will be on at the same time. And I might just bring Tanaka as first time up, or for the first game, just because he's doing so well.
I mean, it makes sense you try to rush it.
Yeah, I can't do a driving charge because you didn't route.
No.
You ending the turn saved you from routing, probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Although you only dropped 1 on your... After all that, you only dropped on your first route 1.
Yeah.
So to route, you ought to had to get to 0 or capture your line of communication.
Although I think, honestly, at 1 or 2 more turns of firing with all that shock, it would have gotten bad very quickly.
People would have started routing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably...
They held as best they could, and then they're going to be done.
Yeah, because if you would have routed, I could have done a driving charge and charged in on the same campaign turn.
Yep.
I don't remember I think I need to win in 6 turns or something. I can't remember.
I've got it.
But I've played 3 games and won all 3, so we're definitely on pace to win. And I know my plan originally was to I bought 2 ruses. I never used one, but I was going to do the old run up and then deployment point into the
if
plantation.
The British hold, so the British hold both tables in scenarios 4 and 5 by the start of turn 7. They win. If the Japanese win both scenarios before turn 7, they win. And if you win one of scenarios 4 and 5, we get the counterattack, which gets us scenario 6.
So I got plenty of time.
You do.
So I could
even turn 4.
I could probably spend a turn reconning and attacking.
Yeah.
This way, and I might do that in one of the next 2 games. I wanted to do it in this game, but if you would have blew the bridge, then I would have suddenly been down 2 turns.
Yeah.
It would have been like turn 5, and then I would have been... The time would become an issue at that point.
Yes, it would.
So I figured, well, if he blows the bridge, fine. I'll be down a turn. And I've been doing just fine attacking long ways so far.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, so anyway, Tanaka and the boys, 5th Reconnaissance Platoon, becoming legends in the Japanese army at this point.
They are.
And who knows, Tanaka might be like a battalion commander by the time they take Jitra.
Certainly, he'll probably have a company as they're moving down through Malaysia.
Yeah. As long as he survives, I mean, he could still be killed. The Gunso got killed.
Yeah, the Gunso got killed.
Oh, that'll be a sad day if Tanaka gets taken out. Have to replace him with some green lieutenant.
Yeah.
That would suck. So anyway, thanks to Robert for coming out, and thanks to all our live streamers, viewers that are here cheering us on and giving us advice. And
let's get a few photos for the
for posterity. And as usual, check out our channel sponsor, Geek Villain, in their comments if you want to get one of these mats. They're really cool. Check out our social media stuff: Facebook, Instagram, and our Patreon as well. We have a Patreon. We have exclusive content on there, only for patrons. And if you want to see some of that, it's as little as $3 a month or something. You can get to that. If you want to get named in a game, you got to be a higher level. But
what is the higher level?
There's a $20 level. It's called operator level. That's how you get named.
Yeah, Craig was asking on Saturday.
Anyway, yeah. So that's it for again. Thanks to everyone for who support the channel, was watching. Let us know what you guys think of this game, and we'll see you next time.